share it. Hey guys, thanks for joining us again today at the Rabell Realty Group podcast. We are here the first Monday in May. Man, the market's hot, and so is this weather.
It is
crazy.
Very warm outside.
May almost halfway through, and summer has finally made it here. And it is going strong. I think we're like 91 today. So
I like it. I'll take it.
Look forward to my fresh Florida heat for the summer. Florida girl through and through. So I'm Kristen and Rebecca, and
I'm Rebecca Johnson.
Yay, we're here. Thank you again. We'll go into our Monday market moment.
All right, we're going to take a look and see what's happening in the market. Let's see. Wow,
Ooh,
looks really big on
May.
my screen.
Look at that.
I know. Well, so May I just put up there for, habit.
Yes,
but
of course. 3 days in May.
Yeah, and it was over the weekend, and a lot of offices, like our staff's off on the weekend, so not much gets done.
You're not going to show all the clothes until later today, probably.
I know. I saw Julia from the office was processing some checks this morning. But there you go. 16 active have come on since May 1st, and there's already 2 pending from May 1st until early this morning. So, but what's really interesting are the first quarter sales. So, homes that are still pending that went under contract between January and the end of April. You've got 1,087 homes that are still under contract. They haven't closed. They could have went pending April 30th.
It's a lot of new construction, though, I think, still. I know we have a lot where we work, so.
Well, there's even more pending if you want to get really specific. Like if I would have just had pending in general, it was actually not double that, but it was a lot more. But yeah, these are just since January, so people definitely hit the market getting those new homes under construction. Under contract, whatever. But,
yeah, you're used to it.
Yes, and then closed sales, we've had 1,555 since January 1st of 2021.
Look at that.
And so that's for your Gainesville, Alachua County market. And again, that's just single family and attached residential. All right, so St. Augustine, what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Let's check it out.
So I thought that was interesting. They've had 57. Nope, not for land.
We don't have land up there.
Yeah, I don't look at land. There's too many variables. That pending. Very possible, Susan. Very possible. So let's see. In St. Augustine, you've got 57 active, 3 pending already for the month of May. You go St. Augustine. They're out there in a hurry. So what's left from first quarter in St. Augustine? They've got 87 pending. From January 1st through today, and I think most of those were really within the last couple of weeks because that's where we really saw it. And then closed, they have 244. St. Augustine is small geographically.
Smaller, and we're picking that St. Augustine area, not
the beach
all of
and
this,
downtown
all
area.
of the coast, right?
Right. We're not looking down in Palm Coast or any of that. We're specific to St. Augustine, which is where...
And not everything hits the market. So a lot of these, we probably have almost double that are really closed that never hit the market
if
in St.
everybody's
Augustine.
really nice and asks really, really nicely, then I will get on the property appraiser and dig all the sales up and give you a very accurate picture. Please? No.
We're good to see this.
So, all right, let's talk about
We've got Tampa.
Bay. All right, Tampa Bay.
Your
so
hometown.
I know. I love it there.
So quite a bit more active and pended.
Yeah.
Still only 2 closed over the weekend.
Yes, so 2 closed over the weekend. So somebody was at the office early this morning and got those things closed out, or an agent had to do it for their office, I'm guessing. But 95 pending sales for the month of May already. That's pretty incredible considering May 1st was Saturday.
That's wild.
Or what would we call that? National In Sync Day, right? Isn't that? It's going to be May.
We had a lot of great song parodies.
If I ever get to meet Justin Timberlake, I'm going to ask him, how do you feel about this? Was that intentional?
Did you know that this is going to happen to your song? Same with that Pour Some Sugar on May.
Yes. Yeah, that one was new, and that was great. I saw everybody pouring sugar on their calendars, and I'm like, great. All right. So first quarter though, you guys had 3165 for pending sales. So you have a lot of stuff waiting to close down there. I know a lot of theirs is going to be new construction. They've got all the national and regional builders, Lennar, DR, Miranda, all the big guys, and then closed over 5,000.
Over 5,000. You just put the plus.
Yeah, it was too many to count. So no, it was in the 5,000 to 6,000 range. So we just kind of figured it was.
Let's just do this.
Let's just do that.
That is wild.
So stellar accounts for things a little differently, but
harder to get that exact number.
Yeah. So there's
especially over 5,000. They're like, yeah, it's a lot.
They're like, it's
We've closed a lot.
Too many to count. But yeah, so that's your look at the first quarter for those three markets. We serve other markets as well, but
These
those
are our
kind of the
main
main
ones,
ones
right?
that we like to take a look at
We
regularly.
can start throwing up Ocala up there if we want to.
I would like to do that. I think that's
One of our main markets as well.
It's
Right.
basically an arm of Gainesville, and it's kind of we have some of our Tampa agents that go up to Ocala as well. So, yeah,
It's a big drive, but we're seeing people do it more and more.
So with all this activity, what does that mean for closings? And we'll get into the rest of it later, but materials.
Well, we're actually, the next conversation we're having is what's happening with all of these going under contract so quickly, and are they closing on time? You know, are these closed sales, were those two happening immediately, or were they taking a while? Now, we've noticed here in our area, and this is actually nationwide numbers, and, you know, they come up with nationwide numbers, and then you got to find somebody who's going to do all the data for the local numbers. What do we think will continue, Sky? Are you specific? Do we think this will continue? Yes, we will still sell real estate.
I think what she's asking is what so many are asking is this a bubble? And I've read everything I can read about it.
Right.
Most people say it's not a bubble. It's an inventory shortage.
Yes, that's pretty much.
So yes, it's going to continue until it doesn't, and then it will not.
We're not really like wizards. We want to
Yeah.
be. We pretend like we are sometimes. We don't always know the answers. But it's not a bubble right now, according to everything that we've been reading to each other or with each other or online. With other
Maybe we'll read it to
real
you
estate
all. It'll be like
agents.
real estate stories with Kristen and Rebecca, bedtime stories.
But it is saying that 26% of the home sale contracts face delays. And I would say probably most of those are new construction. And we'll get into that why. You know, we've talked about it before, but really what happened with COVID, materials, you know, everything, that's delaying. And then, but at the same time, the numbers we have here of the terminated, now there's a 6% terminated completely. So
I've experienced some of that this year.
and we have too. A lot of our agents have come to us and said, oh my gosh, we've terminated sometimes the day of closing for whatever reason. So what do you think the number one reason for terminated closings are? You can't look at my paper.
I peeked. Inspections.
Okay. That's actually number 3. So 9% of them are inspections.
Let's see. You also have loan issues.
So what specifically loan issues?
Well, I could go either way. It's either going to be the appraisal or the buyer bought a new
So
car
the
or
appraisal
furniture.
is number 1.
Oh, really?
So things aren't appraising. And even though we hear about it all the time, how we have these escalation clauses and people are writing offers for higher than list price outside of the appraisal norm, some people are saying we'll pay the difference, but there are still a large portion of them that cannot pay that difference. And I'm going to suspect that's probably FHA. We just had one in the office last week. FHA was listed for a little above market value, got a bunch of offers. They ended up taking the FHA one for whatever reason. Maybe the others were all FHA. It's a neighborhood where they're all you're going to find a lot of FHA, USDA buyers, and it didn't appraise, and the buyer and seller had to sort of come together. And with FHA, you don't always have a lot of cash on hand. So it's a lot harder to meet that appraise, to give some money so that you can meet in the middle, which is, one of the things that can happen with appraising. So that didn't fall apart. But if you don't have any money and the seller doesn't have any money to move or doesn't want to move, they're going to terminate completely. And another thing I probably think of is, well, I had a bunch of backup offers. If you can't pay the difference, I'm just going to go to the next one.
I've done that.
And that's what's happening right now. They're basically flipping to the very next offer. That's why backup offers are not a bad deal right now.
No, totally agree.
Being raised in real estate, you could say, I always thought backup offers were a bad idea because you're just wasting everybody's time. But last year or two, they've been amazing. And some of our agents have said they are getting their buyers under contract with their backup offers. So
I mean,
it's a big thing.
As a person that likes listings or focuses on listings primarily, if you start getting squirrely, I'm just going to call the person with the first backup and say, hey, is your person still interested? We're getting a little squirrely over here. Give the buyer that has a contract an opportunity. But if they say no, we'll say, this might not be the house for you, and move right into the next one.
Exactly.
I mean, I had one where the buyer canceled because another house hit the market that they didn't even get, by the way, but they were going to make an offer on that one, so they wanted to cancel ours or something to that effect. And because we had so many offers 2 days
easy,
before,
right.
I literally just started calling everybody saying, hey, does your buyer still interested?
Luckily,
and we sold it for
as a listing agent right now, you can do that.
I remember a time when listings
not
took
so
forever.
easy. That's when we started real estate, when
I
listings
know.
just went, there were too many. So now we're in a complete opposite situation. But 6% terminated is not a lot. That's still a low number. It's the 26% facing delays that's really big. So what do you think the number one reason for that is?
Well, in the new construction world, it's going to be getting materials.
Right.
I was just hearing a story about over on the East Coast, some of the neighborhoods that the people were driving through said that they literally saw builders boarding up where the windows go because they
couldn't
can't
find
get
windows.
past
Right.
that stage. And I know if anybody follows Golden, if you follow Golden Hammer on Instagram,
one of our local builders.
Yep, Sean put out a post over the weekend or a story about the frustrations that he's been having where, windows are 12 weeks out. Once they
Doors
come in,
are
one's
impossible.
broken, and then you have to wait for a new one to come in. And it's just very frustrating on him to build the house because time is money, literally. When you're constructing a home, most people don't realize it. Builders get a loan to build your home, and so they are paying interest and time on that as we move towards
we are
closing.
getting ahead of ourselves because that's our next topic.
Sorry.
We're talking now about delayed homes, and they don't actually list. They don't actually list new construction. What they're listing are the issues regarding financing. So I know that right now people aren't reading certain documents in their financing documents, and they're giving false information, and sometimes that can be fixed. Sometimes it's terminated because of it's not a lie that they've made, but they just didn't realize their documents because there's a lot of new COVID documents. But really, it's probably with the delays, it's the appraisals. The appraisals, not that they're not making it, but they're taking so long. The surveyors, the appraisals, they're taking so long that the condition to close is not happening. And that's with resales. Now, if we want to just go ahead and get into construction costs, because Rebecca and I both work in construction, that is what we're facing. So she works with Sean and a couple other builders. I work with a few builders. And if we want to have that other slide up, really construction costs. Why are they going up so high? Well, there's manufacturing problems, which mean delays. So she was just talking about windows. We have one where the cleaner was cleaning the window and the window cracked because there was a little bit of stuff on it that really needed to be pulled off, and it cracked, and it's going to take a month and a half for that window to come. Also, our glass for our shower doors in our showers, that is taking extra time, so we're able to close without that, luckily, but we have to wait 2 weeks for them to come in. And of course, the buyer's always asking, when is it going to come in? When's it going to come in? We don't always have those answers because the glass people might expect it May 5th, coming up in the next day or two. And then last week, they told us May 5th and they told us May 7th. And now we're hearing May 10th because the shipping is not coming. So
basically,
windows,
consumers
doors,
and realtors, y'all need to simmer down and understand that it's not the builder trying to
manufacturing, shipping,
screw you over.
Right.
It's the manufacturers, the shipping. It's
everybody's trying to. The famous word these days is pivot. The builders and the contractors who are working with them, because they're not just. The builder is not the electrician and the plumber and the framer, and he doesn't do all those. He hires all those. That's sort of a part of the business. You can't build. I mean, maybe if you build one a year, you can do all of that yourself. But that's not a typical builder. Yep. They're contracting it out. Those contractors, they're all pivoting to try to keep up with the construction changes, which are these delays, the manufacturing. Also, the builders are midway through having to buy the materials at twice, 4 times the price that they were contracted at.
Or they cannot get them. In the case of Sherwin-Williams, ran out of the type of paint that, a lot of
One of the builders,
use.
right.
And it's not like he can just go up to the store and ask for it. So that's where it is a little aggravating to me as somebody who has worked in construction and with builders in the past is, people not understanding because you're seeing it with everything. Think back to a year ago, actually, toilet paper. It wasn't Target's fault or Publix's fault. It's, just how it is. And
as a builder, you're not going to have most of these things, in a warehouse somewhere. You're sort of, ordering as they come.
You can.
Doesn't
make sense financially.
Right. I do know with shingles, some of the shingle companies that we rely on and order from don't have the shingles anymore, the colors that we use, and those are the most common colors. So they're having to go to another shingle company. And if the shingles that they started using, 4 months ago are unavailable and one of the shingles isn't working, they have to go find a shingle from a different shingle company, which could affect the warranty. So they're also having to deal with this. So now they're shouldering the warranty. And then there's also, if you don't order at the doors and windows, like you were saying, right now we are finding there's no wiring to wire a home. So there's going to be massive delays. Also, the little outlet boxes where you put the outlets in that are inside the framing, those are unavailable. Now they're not completely unavailable. They're just unavailable locally. So now the electricians have to go outside of the area 2-3 hours away. That's costs on them to find it somewhere else.
Cost time.
That's costs on picking it up, having it delivered, supply, all of those things. So, like Rebecca said, be gentle with the realtors who are on the listing side and the builders and their contractors, because you're going to see a lot more delays coming up. And we hate it for you. We don't like to go through it with you, but it's going to happen, and you just have to understand.
It's a whole new world.
It's a whole new world, and you can only pivot so much.
Yeah, you want to, well, I guess I'm going to share an unpopular opinion.
Sure.
All right. So part of the shingle shortage is the fact that I didn't know this until a couple months ago. Shingles use petroleum, and we shut down many of our refineries in the United States. Therefore, we don't have what we need to create more shingles. So now we have a shingle shortage.
Right. So, and everybody's redoing their homes, renovating instead of selling. List your home so we can sell it and find buyers, and they can list their homes. And then we won't be in this so-called bubble. We'll actually go back to the norm. And, we can maybe not rely on the new construction and rely on
the market, which is not allegedly in a bubble.
Usually bubbles rely on the new construction to pick back up again, but we're not there. We need to hold back, no offense to the builders, on that a little bit, and then start selling the resales again so that we can get back on track and have a healthy, market. So we're going a little over time. Let's take a break. This is obviously a very sensitive subject for the two of us, but we'll get back and talk more. Yes, we're very passionate about new construction and real estate in general. So stick with us. We'll have some other fun stuff to talk about, and we'll see you soon. Welcome to Town of Tioga, a planned community that combines an urban sensibility with the comfortable pace and natural beauty of a small southern town. Tioga is conveniently located off of Newberry Road in northwest Gainesville. The nearly 1,000-acre development is a mix of single-family homes and luxury apartments anchored by Tioga Town Center, a pedestrian-friendly retail, dining, and business hub. Homes in tree-lined Tioga come in a variety of sizes and styles and range widely in price, starting around $350,000. The average home size is 2,500 square feet. With the newest expansion, the planners have done an excellent job of preserving the natural beauty of the landscape. 20% of Tioga is permanently set aside as green space. The front porches, narrow landscape streets, community gardens, and retail offerings encourage walking, running, and leisurely bike rides along wooded trails. Please visit buysellrebell.com to search for your new home in Tioga. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. You saw that great video of Town of Tioga, beautiful little neighborhood in Jonesville, not Tioga. They've acquired that name as the actual town.
Oh,
but
yes.
It's in Jonesville.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
sometimes you'll see Tioga, Florida. No, it's Jonesville, but whatever.
We can write that according to the post office, but it's too much to write. I just put Newberry. It's the first place I've ever lived that
It's
has
still
like
32669, the same thing, same zip code.
Yes.
Well, it's May, so there's lots of holidays coming up, but some of the favorite ones are coming up this week.
We just missed the favorite one.
Well, the one you just talked about.
Yes.
But tomorrow is everyone's favorite, May the 4th. So we're going to tell you join the rebellion, so you really know how to celebrate May the 4th.
That's right. That's right.
Say no to the dark side. Come on over.
Yep, that's
Although
right.
we have the dark side up there.
Oh, I guess because they work for the Darth Vader guy.
Not a Star Wars fan. Anyway, so May the 4th, always fun, great for memes and sharing on social media. So we'll have a new one coming up tomorrow. And then the 5th, put on your hat or give me my hat.
Josh, my request for May the 4th is that you use Baby Yoda specifically for Mary Carmen.
Yes.
Anyways.
All right, get your hat on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Cinco de Mayo.
It doesn't fit with the
So I got to tell you, Elio of the Fiesta Media, and he is, the best performer in town, right? We could say DJ in town. He let us know that this is Cyber Cinco de Mayo at Taqueria's, Felipe's Taqueria is having the only live Cyber Cinco de Mayo party. And you can join them on Zoom, right? Yep, join them on Zoom. It says right here, join us May the 5th. I'd go and jump on their Facebook page or Instagram page and see what the link is. Live music with Elio, giveaways, and more. And then you can eat their delicious Mexican food and have their delicious drinks if you want to go over there. I think it's also in person. But if you don't want to go in person or you can't, you can, if you're in Texas, New York, California, you can join them for the Cyber Cinco de Mayo. So wanted to let you know that. Fun.
You know what I really miss that the city needs to bring back?
What?
The fiestas in Beau Diddley Plaza.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're listening out there, City of Gainesville, bring them back.
So I have to tell you, like, one of my favorite Paco stories, my grandfather,
Yes.
who, this is how I know Elio is from their friendship. But it was, I don't know, probably like 10 years ago. So he was about 90 when it happened. And I'm at one of the local Mexican restaurants celebrating Cinco de Mayo, which means drinking tequila and eating tacos.
I love tequila.
Right?
And tacos.
And it's 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, my
and
gosh.
I've had one too many drinks.
That never happens.
Or tacos,
I don't
maybe.
believe it.
And no, never. That never happens. And I'm going home with a friend. He's probably not on here watching, but Brandon. And we are being drugged home because both of us basically had margaritas in like huge fish bowls, and we drank one or two of them, probably, which were huge. And so we're going home at 12 o'clock, and I watch my grandfather, 90-year-old grandfather, walking in going, "It's time to party!" And everybody's clapping and screaming, and they're like, "Paco's here!"
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm like, "Bye, peace out. I'm going home to go to bed."
He's like,
And
these
he's
young
just
people
starting
are
the
weak.
party. Yes.
That's
So
hilarious.
that was Paco, if you know Paco. So, or
I
if you knew
remember we
him.
went to the fiesta downtown, and he didn't get there till like 9 or 10 o'clock. We're all ready to go home.
The sea of
And-
people opened
yep.
for him to go to the front to dance, and they all took pictures and videos.
But I was tired and ready to go, and he was just getting started.
No, he just got started.
So,
No, he's still dancing up in heaven now, so we miss him.
well, city, bring back our fiestas. But
Yeah.
one other thing that the city has been doing that we've been talking a lot about are, oh yes, I like that idea, our
Sounds good.
parks.
Parks, yes.
The parks in Gainesville are amazing.
So
and,
you go with a lot with 10 and your kids, but I don't go a lot. So the Reserve Park, actually last year, right before COVID hit, they opened it, and it's this beautiful. You have not been yet.
I have not been to
And
this one.
So it's a really fun one where you can take your kids and play, or you can go and do like American Gladiator type workout. And it's actually it's a reserve park because it was for the Army Reserve that practiced there. And there's also this community garden. So I don't really know how the community garden works, but there's food there. There's signs up all about it. Basically.
It's probably a lot like Tioga, where you call in and you get a spot
That's what I'm
assigned
thinking
to you.
also.
Yeah.
So it's about 700 Northeast 11th Street. So,
So kind of over near the Tom Petty Park, right? Or is this that park?
kind of near Easton Eatery.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah,
give or
maybe
take.
this is part of it.
Right. So, and let's see, it was at Army Reserve Center for the 257th Movement Control Battalion, known as the Movers and the Shakers. I like that. That I already like. And they occupied this space for more than 50 years before relocating in 2009. So it was sort of celebrating all their hard work and their workout base. And you can go and like pretend you are either an American Gladiator or an Army Reserve. So
Yeah,
it's
the
a great
playground
place.
was cute. Yeah, there's the picture
Yeah, there's
of
a
it.
cute playground there, but again, all around the perimeter of it is like this
American Gladiator type
of
stuff.
workout stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, and
that's
it tells
cute.
you how to do it. So that's a sign of how you are supposed to do that one workout, and then you get to the next one, it shows you also how to use it. So that's kind of cool. So
I bet you that they need to do some sunshades over there. It looks like it would be.
yes, it was
A little
actually,
warm.
it was about 2 weeks ago when I went there, so not quite 91 yet, but today would be horrible. But there was a guy working out on rings, and I don't even think I could reach the rings. So it's rings that you you have to like walk across. Yeah, they're really far.
Oh
but
my
we're going to take
gosh.
Mason over there because, it's probably he's 10. It's probably a little hard for him, but still enough to sort of work out and see, what he can do.
What
I
he's
can
made
do.
of.
Yeah,
The
what
tough
he's made
stuff.
of.
So
yeah.
the next
Great
thing we
park.
were talking
Go
about.
check it out.
Yeah, please check them out and keep sending suggestions, because there are definitely ones that we're not aware of, but I keep finding them and discovering them. So 18 reasons to work with a realtor. We'll be posting this on our page later today. But
It should say a Rabell Realtor, by
That's
the way.
true. We need to fix that. So we'll modify
This is
that.
from Florida Realtors, but we need to make from Florida Realtors the Rebellion one.
Yes, yes, it does. It would be prettier if it was in our colors, and that's
colors,
just
right.
my personal opinion. But on this 30 minutes, that's all that matters. Okay, so 18 reasons to work with a realtor. We'll hit the highlights, but the main ones are: we're going to help you price your house. We're going to help you talk about staging and getting it ready to sell, which is really one of the most important things that needs to be done.
Priced right, staged right,
right.
if needed. It depends
Most
on where you
homes
want to
aren't
sell it.
ready to go on the market immediately. Now, we've obviously been surprised through the years and had people who live immaculately, but I could tell you, I
More
have
surprised when they live immaculately than any other way, by the way.
Yeah. I'm like, because I've got 3 kids. I feel like I always have stuff on the counter that I'm trying to clear and put away and
we get
deal
it.
with. And
Kids and animals, not very easy to daily life and
yes,
work. Right?
Yes. So that's really the main part, and then we negotiate and make sure pre-approved people are going through,
Not just pre-qualify.
right. Open houses, staying up to date on protocols and safety measures, and
Through COVID is
Yep.
one of them, right?
Yep.
Researching what's going on in the market, always knowing what's up and running so you can be at the best price, know how to negotiate, because of what's been going on in the market. And we really know how to analyze those comps. It's not just going on Zillow and saying, oh, my house is worth this, because tomorrow it's
I
going to
wish
change.
it was that easy. That would
Right.
be great.
Right. Then they might not need us. No,
That's
but we're still
true.
here for other things. So right now we don't have to do open houses. It's also been a tough time to do open houses, but we're still there for broker open
I think
houses.
I think they're
coming
making
back.
a back.
They're coming back. They're making a comeback. So,
Yeah, we're seeing them start to come back as people are getting vaccinated and feeling more comfortable being out in public, or as people have realized that it's an important thing when you have your home for sale to be able to get people in the door. So
And it's also good to talk to someone who does this every day. You might get advice from an uncle or aunt or sister or brother who sold a house once in a different market, and they said, or a different area, and they said, well, this is what our Texas contract says, but we're not in Texas. This actually happened. That's why she's laughing. But we're not in Texas. It's not all contracts are the same. And if you're working with a realtor, they've learned the contract. They know what it says. Whether it's more than likely a Florida contract or some sort of variation of that, and they know how to work through all the everything in there and help protect you as best they can. We're not lawyers, we're not attorneys, but we still know the contract enough, to keep it to where you're not losing your money, you're getting everything done on time, and we're able to advise you, non-attorney advice, but advise you how to get through it. So yeah,
As
timely
she
manner.
said, she's not an attorney.
We do abide by the code of ethics also. So we're not just these like flying salesmen who are just making up rules along the way. And ethics, the code of ethics for realtors are different than what you're thinking ethics. You're thinking, the ethics of the culture or a faith-based ethics. This is different. So, we
Basically dealing fairly and honestly and representing properties as they are.
And counting for your funds and everything. So yeah. Always lots of reasons. There's probably 400 reasons why you should work with Rabell Realty.
We have at least 99 on our blog.
Yes, we do.
Actually.
We should bring that up sometime.
Yes, we'll have to bring that up. We've got 99 reasons your deal
won't fall apart.
Won't fall apart. Yeah, that's right.
We'll put it up there.
We'll put that back up there. That's one of my favorite documents.
All right, you got this one, or do I?
I'll do it. All right. It's that time of the show. So if you have a property that you own that you're not ready to sell, we would be happy to manage that for you at K&R Property Management, where we invest in your investment. You can reach us at rent@knrpm.com.
Yes, and if you're looking to get into real estate and enjoy these fun times, or wanting to change from one company to another, you can join our team. You can contact us at join@buysellrebell.com, and we will tell you all about it.
And if you can't get enough of Kristen and Rebecca or the Rabell Realty Group team, you can find us on Facebook,
or you
Instagram.
Just find us so cute and clever.
I know. Instagram, real fun on TikTok. And then you can always watch repeats of the show, and all of the videos that we have that go on there go to the Rabell Realty Group YouTube page.
Yay.
So don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Right? They do the
yes.
thumbs up thing.
Share us and everything. Yep, thumbs up. All right. And did you know we have a blog? We've talked about it, but you might not remember. We have a blog. So there you can go. You can find it at buysellrebell.com /blog. Yeah,
Somebody works in new construction too much.
/blog. And you can read all about what we've talked about and other great articles of real estate, Gainesville, the other parks that we've visited, everything local. We love local, whether that's also Tampa as well and St. Augustine. So join us there for the blogging.
All right. And if you think you might want your own podcast, I'm just joking. This matches his color.
It does.
You can do the Fiesta Media Group.
Media.
You can contact him at 352-327-5089. It's hard to read phone numbers.
Come on ours first. Check it out. See what it's like. And if you really love it, then you can really talk to Elio about getting on.
That's true. But everybody should do their own podcast.
Whatever you want to do. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Again, subscribe with us on YouTube and join us next Monday at 2.
We'll see
we look
you
forward
then.
to seeing you. Bye.